Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Socke and Morrow here on Desert Oasis. Here we have Socke spawning as the light blue Protoss player over here on the south side. I'll call it sky blue. Meanwhile, on the north side of the map, we have Morrow spawning as the dark blue Terran player. Yeah, there should be some sort of ban to say that players cannot choose very similar colors, especially if it is a mirror match. Luckily, this is not a mirror match. This is Terran versus Protoss here on Desert Oasis. Now, this is part of the 1.1 patch, so the first thing you'll notice is that there are now rocks down over here and over here to the north side as well. So what that means is in order to do any real scouting, the units will need to come down the ramp and then move over here and then cut across all the way across this portion over here, move back up to the north, come back down, walk around this whole entire side path, and then move in. So yeah, this probe is going to have a very, very long walking distance. And this is the first time I've cast a map, and first time I've cast this game with those rocks in place, so we'll see how this changes. Also, there is going to be a little bit of a difference here. Before, there used to be like this weird high ledge over here that came into this position. That's been removed. So now from this jump to over to this jump, it is actually a difference of 2. Even with a difference of 2 between this location and this location. So even if there was some sort of ground in this position, it wouldn't really make that much of a difference, as I do not think walking or cliff jumping units can cliff jump 2 locations. Now we do see a probe now coming into this base, trying to harass this one barracks over here. We now see that SCV dealing some damage towards that probe. However, the probe will be able to pull back and let those shields recharge. Now coming in back over here to start repairing, and very nice job by Morrow. Morrow sending one SCV to repair that one SCV over there, and now going to start doing some damage back again. No, not dealing any real damage here as they continue to fight back and forth. That probe now coming in to deal more damage. Probe down to 20 hit points, 0 shields, and will be able to recharge once again. However, with that Marine now being trained, this should be a pretty interesting fight. That probe now trying to come back in. We do not see a refinery yet. So Morrow now upgrading to orbital command, and what is he really doing? I'm not 100% sure. Double training up more Marines, so Morrow may have made a little bit of a mistake now, and now sending out 2 SCVs. No, this SCV gonna make sure that there is not any proxy play coming in as a walking distance between these 2 locations, and now starting to fight back over here. Once again, we do see this SCV now moving out across the map in order to head to the south side, and over here we do see the cybernetics core. And now with such a large walking distance, I think Reapers may become better on this map once again. However, Morrow, knowing that there are rocks over here, knows that he can perhaps put down a command center here and go for an early expansion. So Morrow using these rocks over here, knowing that it's going to take quite some time for these rocks or even these rocks to get cleared out, so he's going to go for an early expand now. Back over here, we now see an SCV coming in. However, I think Socke's going to change this into a 1 gate into a Stargate. Stargate is going to be very, very strong, as Void Rays will be able to fly across this chasm really, really easily. It is a rather small flying distance between these 2 locations. No warp gate research, so that is an indication that it is most likely going to be a Stargate, as now this SCV now going to get taken down. Back over here, we do see a Nexus now being thrown in, or thrown down by Socke, and also a little bit of a... I don't even want to try to pronounce that. It's some sort of bird that can't fly. And now we have these Marines deciding to retreat back home. We now see a bunker being placed down here. So Morrow wanting to use a bunker here. There is some brush here, but this is a rather narrow choke point right here. So this narrow choke point, any sort of zealots and stalkers that try to do any run by will take some damage. However, we may see a proxy pylon here. So proxy pylon over here to the west side of Morrow's base, and we will see perhaps some units being warped in to try to take down these rocks over here. Now, taking a look at the production, we do see that there is a Stargate now being thrown down. Where is that Stargate? A gateway here, and the Stargate, oh, it's a proxy Stargate. So this proxy Stargate with Void Rays will be able to put pressure on this refinery very easily. Also, will be able to warp in some stalkers, and if I saw a Twilight Council, I would assume that we may also have some research into Blink. If he was a little bit more careful, I think he could have put in a pylon right here to try to warp in units onto that high ground as soon as that Stargate was completed. However, he would not be able to know for certain whether or not this refinery would be able to see this one location over here. So a supply depot needs to be placed there. Back over here, stalkers are trying to put pressure, dealing some damage towards this bunker. However, Marines able to fend that attack off. Now we do see Socke currently trying to attempt to saturate this natural expansion harvester count. 26 compared to 24. Both sides now trying to develop an even stronger economy. Double probes being trained up, double SCVs being trained up as both players getting into a stronger game. We also see now a Void Ray. Currently, it looks like it's being chrono boosted. Yeah, bringing chrono boosted here. So this one Void Ray can come out in 40 units of time. If it is double chrono boosted, it does not look like it will be double chrono boosted, as we are now sitting at 41 over 44 army-wise. 41 over 52 compared to 44 over 48. Army, both sides are very small. However, as soon as this one Void Ray comes in, there are no Marines, and that stim pack is not yet done. So this Void Ray may be able to come in and deal a lot of damage. Currently charging off of this Stargate here. So we're going to see a fully charged prismatic core now come online, trying to move and attack, trying to get fully charged. And there we go, now getting that refinery. So going after these SCVs, one SCV now down, going after more and more of these SCVs. SCVs taking a lot of damage, being forced to pull back. Marines are now trying to come in to give a little bit of a hand, and now more SCVs will get taken down. So one, is he trying to phase? No, he's not trying to phase that warp prism. Over here we do see a supply depot, but this one Void Ray dealing so much damage. Marines now trying to get underneath that Void Ray. Void Ray now down to 70 hit point, or 70 shields, 52, able to barely pull back in just the right amount of time. This Void Ray dealing a lot of damage, range of 6 versus range of 5, so doing a lot of damage there. Once again trying to fully charge, and now 2 Void Rays will be able to push in very, very easily. This one refinery now taken down, a second refinery trying to just fully charge up on that refinery over here, doing a good job just trying to use that range of 6. Is it going to fully charge? No, and those prismatic charge cores have been neutralized. Back over here, a pylon now being warped in, so currently getting sight. Marines and Marauders now moving out. And once again, these Void Rays trying to fully charge. Will it be able to fully charge again? As we now get a third Void Ray now trying to push out. This refinery going to be in trouble as it deals a lot of damage, 25 damage per attack against armored units there. Using that range of 6 beautifully against those Marines. Marines trying to take down this Void Ray. Void Ray down to 5 hit points, able to continue to just deal so much damage. Morrow losing a lot of these Marines here. As this fight continues, this command center now taking a lot of damage. Orbital command, we do see a missile turret. SCVs coming off and now trying to repair. We do have a large army of Marines and Marauders trying to pressure over here army-wise, and both sides are fairly even. However, these Void Rays need to deal as much damage as they can. Another group of Marines now trying to push through. One Void Ray getting shot out of the sky as more Marines coming back in. Now these Void Rays can just sit here, deal a lot of damage. However, Attack Socke going to be in trouble as a large army of Marines and Marauders are going to be pushing through. No real army as any sort of base defense. Marauders and Marines now making their way, trying to deal damage towards this pylon over here. A lot of isolated units over here as now units being warped in. We should probably see these Zealots. No, perhaps Socke just going to go ahead and try to put force fields on this ramp in order to protect as these Void Rays are dealing damage over here. So yeah, down goes that one orbital command there, and now these Void Rays fully charged within this base, able to deal so much damage, going after some of these Marines as well, continuing the fight. Marines trying to get into that damage. One Void Ray in the back, able to just hide right there. We do see what more Marines and Marauders now, I guess, trying to return home, trying to take down this Stargate. If that Stargate does get taken down, that pressure will be relieved significantly. Perhaps these Marines and Marauders should have tried to engage over there first. 4 Void Rays now currently in the base. No, one of them was taken down. So 3 Void Rays now in the base. Mass barracks, mass Marines unable to stop all of these Void Rays currently. Over here, we do not see any of these Marines and Marauders trying to pressure this Stargate. Perhaps he still does not know about it. Yeah, still does not know about it there. Down goes those barracks. We see all of these production buildings now trying to be transferred over here. Barracks now being laid down. He does not want to lift off these units, lift off these barracks, because what will happen is that those barracks, as they're flying, these Void Rays will be able to keep fully charged on these units. Down goes another Marine, and now going to take down these supply depots. Perhaps supply locking Morrow. Morrow now trying to move out. Will it be able to keep that charge up? Yes, able to keep that charge up, and now using that high ground very, very effectively. Going to try to recharge once again. There we go. Now taking down the rest of these buildings over here. Fully charged Void Rays just dealing so much damage. 48 damage a second per game second. Marines trying to stim in, trying to take this down, but however, not enough, even though those Marines are unarmored. So those Void Rays, and quickly going GG, and Mouse Morrow says GG. So brilliant play by Socke. Socke using these Void Rays and making it very, very difficult for, and because of these rocks over here, making it very difficult for Morrow to deal any pressure onto this Stargate over here. Perhaps if the Marines and the Marauders had attempted to try to take down the Stargate instead of trying to put pressure into the natural base over here, Morrow would have had a chance. And then after taking down the Stargate and making it so that those Void Rays really would have no place to go, move down into this position. However, he did not know about that proxy Stargate for so long, and that was the reason why. So perhaps if this pylon was even here, it would have been an even worse situation as those Marines and Marauders would have been able to take down the Stargate. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay between Mouse, Morrow, and Socke here on Desert Oasis.